Welcome back to the 8 Minute Podcast, where 8 minutes is all it takes to transform your day. So if you're ready, let's dive in and make every minute count. Someone told me the other day that they discovered a new aspect of themselves through solo traveling. And it was interesting to them because it's not a side that they usually show the people closest to them. And that got me thinking about identity, about the labels we carry, the roles we put on our shoulders, how we sometimes cling to them, how we let some go, and how we can actually change who we say we are. So today's episode is about identity and labels. And here I'm not talking about major identities such as, your gender identity, but this is more about the everyday ones, the everyday roles. I'm a hard worker, I'm disciplined, I'm tough on myself, I'm rigid, I'm impatient. I want us to talk about how these labels can feel comfortable or uncomfortable to show, and how they shape how we present ourselves, how others see us, and how changing them can feel like stepping into the unknown. So the main message I want to share is that our identities and labels are fluid, they're not fixed. And we can change them, we can reshape them and embrace new versions of ourselves at any point in time. And it's normal for it to feel uncomfortable, both for us and for those around us. But it's also deeply freeing. And when we learn to be grateful for every role we've played, even the ones we've outgrown, we open ourselves up to growth, alignment, and authenticity. We use labels to make sense of ourselves and communicate who we are to the world, but they can also become masks, parts we feel we have to show or hide depending on the situation. And sometimes showing certain sides feels uncomfortable because we fear judgment or misunderstanding or some sort of tension. But you show a side of you, people decide to accept it or not, and then it becomes their way of seeing you. So when you want to change, try on new labels, or shed old ones, it can create a sense of discomfort for others. And that can make you hesitant to shift. But the truth is, you owe it to yourself to be aligned with who you are right now, and not who you were back then. So spending time alone can reveal unexpected parts of ourselves and sides that we would never suspect. And this discovery can be exciting, but also confusing because it challenges the identity we've been holding on to. So letting go of a label or a role isn't just a switch, it's a long-term process. And there can be grief for what you are leaving behind, for the sense of security it gave you. And that's completely normal and that's completely okay. And I think we should give ourselves permission to feel that grief. Remember that roles and labels aren't just cages, they're tools to help us grow. And embracing a label like I'm disciplined might help you build positive habits whilst deciding to let go of a label such as I'm a perfectionist might free you from self-criticism. So every identity we've worn, even the painful or limiting ones, has taught us something about ourselves, about others, and about the world. And being grateful for this journey helps soften the process of change. You can decide what new labels to embrace that help you feel more aligned with who you want to be. It might feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort is a sign of growth. So be grateful for your past identities, the roles that helped you survive, that helped you learn, that helped you grow. But don't be afraid to change the labels that no longer fit. And you have the power to decide who you want to be right now. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable and maybe scary, but that discomfort means you're moving closer to your truest self. So let's embrace the fluidity of identity and the freedom that comes with it. Because when you live in alignment with who you really are, you open the door to authenticity, peace, and a richer, more meaningful life. So this week, I want you to think about an identity shift that would help you feel more aligned with your current self. So it could be, I'm more gentle with myself. I'm an artist and I create. I set clear boundaries. I take up space and speak my truth. Whatever it might be, once you identify that new label, ask yourself, what would this version of me do in a situation I'm facing right now? And then try to act from that place. Remember that changing how we see ourselves is a process and it's not a switch, but every small step counts. So thank you so much for listening to the 8-Minute Podcast. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who might need it. We release one episode a week, every Monday, on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. And remember that all you need is 8 minutes. Cheers.